I titled the talk today, Consciously Programming the Subconscious. Consciously programming the subconscious. You know, what's on the back of everybody's mind right now? What's on the back of everybody's mind right now? Whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether you're black or white, person of color, what is on the back of everybody's mind right now? These days, I should say. COVID-19. It's on our minds constantly, isn't it? It is on our conscious mind all the time. And I say, why is that? Why is that? Because we are all being bombarded with the statistics all the time. All the time. Our subconscious mind says, don't worry, Kathy. I have all the facts you'll ever need. I've stored these files since your last trimester in the womb of your mother. I want to repeat that in case you didn't hear that. The subconscious mind says, don't worry. I have all the facts you're ever going to need because my job is to remember those facts. And I've stored these files since the last trimester in your mother's womb. You have been picking up messages in the last trimester of your mother's womb, and it's never stopped since. Our subconscious mind would make a great defense attorney. How do we stop this subconscious mind from dictating our lives? Well, you know, the Dalai Lama, whom I just absolutely love, says if all 7 billion humans first consider what unites them and not what divides them, we would have less stress and less anger. If all 7 billion humans first consider what unites us instead of what divides us, we would have less stress and less anger. He goes on to say there will not be external peace until there is more internal peace. There will not be external peace until there is more internal peace. As humanity, we must learn this. I have a great book here. I'm not sure if it's going to show up on the screen or not. Is it showing up there?
A little bit closer. Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's called Dalai Lama, An Appeal to the World. And this was asked. It says, you are a strong advocate to the Dalai Lama of modern brain research. Why is that? The Dalai Lama says, our brain is an organ of learning. Neuropsychology teaches us that we can exercise our brains like muscles. So by deliberately absorbing goodness and beauty, we can positively influence our brains and overcome negativity. Using the power of our minds, we can change our brains for the better. Those are revolutionary advances. Thanks to those advances, we also know better than before that ethics, compassion, and social behavior are inborn traits, but religion is acquired. Thanks to scientific advances, we know more than before that ethics and compassion and social behavior are inborn. but religion is acquired. 5% of our life is controlled by the conscious mind. Just 5%. 95% comes from the programs in the subconscious mind. If you want to know what programs are running in your subconscious mind, just look at your life. The subconscious mind is the realm that contains all past thoughts. We think it first in the conscious mind, and then the subconscious stores it, like I said, like a file cabinet. And it's there to either build us up or to tear us down. Most often, the subconscious mind feels that its purpose is to protect us. So more often, the subconscious mind is based on fear. How does your subconscious affect your spirit? And how does your subconscious affect your spiritual life? Think about that. Just for a moment. Okay, I'll give you some examples. There are 3 things here that I want to tell you about here. Number 1 is, how do you reprogram or program your subconscious mind? Number 1, you have to recognize it, just like any first step in a 12-step group. Number 1 is you have to recognize it. We have a congregant here that, probably a couple of years ago, maybe even longer, that she's always wanted to write a book. She's always wanted to write a book. Okay? But she had to recognize that for eons, she has told herself through the subconscious file cabinet back there, who does she think she is to write a book? I'm looking right now at Kayleen, and I know that she had a program in her mind. Is she really good enough to start her own music studio? Is she really good enough to go play out in public and people will pay her? I know that ran through her subconscious mind. So you have to recognize that there are these things that are stopping us. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, perfect example, okay? Because she was diagnosed with tuberculosis. Guess what was in her subconscious file cabinet? I have a history of family frailty. We don't live long in my family. Now I've been diagnosed with tuberculosis. I'm going to die from tuberculosis. That was her subconscious program. For some of us codependents, my program in the subconscious has been that if I keep giving until I'm given out, I'm going to get love. That's in my subconscious mind that keeps trying to tell me that. And so therefore, then I keep giving until I'm given out. Can anybody relate to that out there? So that's number 1. You've got to recognize it. And how do you recognize it? It's like the article I just read to you. You recognize it by looking at your life, looking at the results in your life. Are you content with the results? I can tell you, Kayleen must not have been content with it until she built her own music studio. I can tell you that the congregant that wanted to write a book is now a published author because they've had to reprogram that subconscious file cabinet that said you can't. Okay, Myrtle Fillmore proved it through the power of affirmative prayer. I am a perfect child of God, therefore I cannot inherit disease, and healed herself of tuberculosis. Now once you've recognized it, the second part is you've got to be motivated to reprogram it. Or you can stay apathetic to it. Okay, so in these examples, Kayleen could have just stayed, this is as good as it gets, and I'm just going to be okay with my life the way it is. You can do that because it takes work to reprogram this belief system in the file cabinet. Okay. Our congregant, that's the published author now, could have just said, the heck with it. This is too hard. I can't do it. I'm not smart enough. Who's going to publish me? She's on Amazon now. Myrtle Fillmore could have just accepted it and went to her death at an early age. So you get to choose. And if you choose to be motivated enough to make the changes, it's not going to be easy. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but it is so worth it. As I look again over at Kayleen and see this smile on her face of she's so proud of her studio and her students and her people that are renting space. I mean, it's like she's got this bright light following her right now. And I can tell you the same for our congregant who's the published author. She is so excited. That same congregant has been working for over a year with problems with a dentist, and everything she goes to get treatment for, it's failed. And she just will not take it as just pull them all out. Nope. She's determined. She's going to keep going to a different dentist until she gets the right dentist. You got to be motivated. You know, if your subconscious isn't on board with what you want, okay, then no thing is going to change. If your subconscious is not on board with what you want, all the affirmations that we talk about in Unity, all the affirmations in the world won't change a thing until you retrain your subconscious mind, your subconscious beliefs. Who do I think I am? Those beliefs. I'm not smart enough to be a minister. That was me. Here's another thing, with Myrtle Fillmore. The subconscious belief was it's in my family history, frail health. There is, in the codependence nature, if I keep taking care of them first, they'll see how much I love them. That was my belief system that ran in my mind. So how do we program this subconscious mind? This is an important lesson today, people, because we want to change our world. We're change agents. You wouldn't be tuned into this broadcast right now if you didn't believe that at some level you are a change agent and can be impactful on changing our world. And God knows we need that right now. We've always needed it. But I'm telling you, the chaos in our world just keeps escalating because we are moving closer and closer to a big pivotal point in our world. And it's going to take us as a collective consciousness to reprogram our own minds, because remember the Dalai Lama said, it has to be internal within each and every one of us in order to affect the external. So how do you program your conscious mind? Okay, you note takers. 1, by spending more time in the theta brainwave. How do you do that? What is the theta brainwave? The theta brainwave is where you started to go to in meditation today. It's calming down the mind chatter. How do we do that? We do it by focusing on appreciation and gratitude. Thanking God for my blessings. That already slows down the beta waves, and you're moving into theta. Meditation gets you into the theta brainwave, turning off the chatter, turning off the worry, tuning into theta, tuning into that relaxed mind. That's number 1 on how to reprogram the subconscious mind. Number 2, talk about what you do want. Do not talk about what you don't want. Okay? I don't want cancer. No. Talk about what you do want. I want healthy cells, strong, vibrant, multiplying healthy cells. Do you feel a difference just in that statement? It's huge, huge. So you talk about what you do want, not about what you don't want. And in Unity, we call that affirmative prayer. Affirmative statements of truth. Number 3, use headphones, preferably headphones, because I know the little earbuds work pretty well, but headphones really help cancel out the external noise around you, especially like when you go to bed or when you're doing a meditation, and just listen to positive, affirming meditations, positive music, positive podcasts. Take in to that relaxing mind positive statements of truth over and over and over again. Many of you know that I healed myself I didn't heal it myself. I had a lot of help, but I had a healing take place in my upper back. And by all rates, the medical system would have said that never should have happened. But many of you know this part of the story. I ended up with headphones and listening to meditations at least 12 hours out of a 24-hour day, because I had no quality of life back then. Something changes when you do this. I don't recommend 12 hours a day for anybody to have to live like that. I was forced to be like that. I was flat on my back. So I was forced. But I'm just telling you, this stuff works. So that's number 3. I'm going to go back over that. Well, let me go to 4. Number 4, try theta healing. Try EFT. That's the tapping. These are definite, proven ways out there to change the field of the subconscious by going in and reprogramming that subconscious mind, but it can't be done until you get into more of a theta brainwave. So check that out. I'll reiterate this. How do you program the subconscious mind? Number 1, spend more time in the brainwave by focusing on appreciation and gratitude, thanking God for all the blessings in my life. Little ones count, right? Yes. Okay. I woke up this morning. That's a blessing. My car started. Another blessing. The church air conditioning works. That's a blessing. See, it doesn't take big things, just little things that start to tell your subconscious file cabinet, I really don't need to hear from you today. Okay? I don't want to hear what all has happened in all 65 years of my waking life here on planet Earth. Thank you, but no thank you. You serve a purpose. When I'm going to walk out in front of a car, you say, no, that's dangerous. Okay? It serves a purpose. But most of the time, it's just chitty-chatting about everything that could go wrong. Meditation, turn off the chatter. Turn off the chatter. That means don't look at your devices. You should see what I see in my field of vision. Turn off your devices. Turn your Apple Watch this way so you can't see it. Just anything, right? We all have all these little diversions because we need to be connected. I know, I understand. I get it. This takes work, it takes effort. So turn off the worry, okay? Tune into theta, the relaxed mind. Number two, talk about what you do want, not about what you don't want. That's pretty much common sense, but not easy to do, is it? Oh, let's go to the line at the grocery store and somebody starts engaging in a conversation about how bad everything is. I can't believe what's happening in our world. And don't engage in it. It's tempting, isn't it? I want to say, I know, you should see what happened on my street the other night. Don't engage in it. Talk about what you do want. We have a congregant that was taken to the ICU unit on, I want to say that was Friday morning. I might have my day wrong, but taken to the ICU with a stroke. Every time I talked with her, she was saying how blessed she is, that the right people came in the squad, that they came quickly, and that the people here at University Hospital couldn't be nicer. And the treatment's been, she felt so well cared for at UC Hospital. She's done nothing but talk about her blessings. She had temporary paralysis and speech impediments this morning, but she didn't talk about that. She didn't talk about that at all. She kept saying about how nice everybody was. This morning, everything is back to 100%. Speech, walking, everything 100% back, and she plans on going home today. This moving and talking about your blessings and what you do want works. It's not Pollyannish. Use headphones, preferably, and listen deeply through in that theta relaxed state. Okay? Not while you're mowing grass. Okay? Not while you're doing computer work. That's not a bad thing. But I'm telling you, the effects of this when you're in a relaxed state will make a huge difference. And number 4 was try theta healing or try EFT. There are modalities out there to help you to start breaking this belief that all those files in that file cabinet are true. They're not. They're not. Most of them are false. And we took them on as little children. And we are now at whatever age we are and still pulling those files out saying, yeah, but in 1972, this happened. And then Kathy would say to you, how's that working for you? Unity supports 3 states of mind. And I'm not sure if I've talked much about this, but number 1 that we've been talking about, number 1 and 2, the conscious mind. The conscious mind is your awareness of your thoughts. The subconscious is the vast silent realm that lies in the back of the conscious mind, and its job is based on building up or tearing down, and most of the time it's about tearing down because it's based on fear, and it believes its job is to protect you. So it's going to always keep those files. But what if? Well, remember when. The subconscious, though, depends on the conscious mind for direction. The subconscious cannot change on its own. It takes the conscious mind to give it direction and say, I'm not going to believe that anymore. What happened in 1972 is not valid anymore. Okay? This is great news, people. I want to read you something. This is out of the Unity magazine. I don't know if I can get to the cover of it for the issue, but it is Bruce Lipton's article that he shared with Katie Coons, who is a well-known, what do I want to call it? Interviewer, yes. Okay, so it's a 3-page article in here by Bruce Lipton, and many of you know he's like one of my mentors. He says, your body is the cooperative effort of a community of 50 trillion single cells. A community, by definition, is an organization of individuals committed to supporting a shared vision. The more the cells in your body, or the individuals in a community work together, the more powerful and healthy the whole system becomes. This is unity of Garden Park, people. I'm going to read this again. It's not only your body and the power that your body has. There's a community of 50 trillion cells in your body that want to work together in community, and they will respond. It's the same thing here at Unity of Garden Park. We have 120 most of the time on a Sunday here, coming together to work together in community to make a difference in the health of our world. So I'll read it again. Your body is the cooperative effort of a community of 50 trillion cells. A community, by definition, is an organization of individuals committing to supporting a shared vision. That's Unity of Garden Park. The more the cells in your body or the individuals in a community work together, the more powerful and healthy the whole system becomes. The more we work together in community, whether it's in this church, whether it's in your new business, Kayleen, whether it is in, as Tom keeps stepping out in a bigger way, as Reverend Tom, and really starts stepping out into the ministry level, whether we look at Adam and how he reaches out into his community of the world of radio, into his community called a family that they're creating with Amanda and Stella, right? We step into various communities every single day, but it takes being in collaboration, and it takes being in compassion and understanding in order for it to work. Just like the cells in your body need to be in cooperation, not fighting each other. Our congregant proved that this weekend. She went into cooperation with Spirit and changed her cells in her body that quickly. People, this is good news. Are you really hearing that? I want to tell you how, I want to ask you right now, and I wish I could just see all of your faces. I'm not able to, but Tom's able to because he's monitoring the screen here on Zoom. How can you use what you've heard here today to reprogram your subconscious mind, your subconscious beliefs for your health and for your well-being? How can you use what you heard today? See, it's really great that we all talk about. We think this is a wonderful talk, but if we don't do anything with it, nothing changes. I'm imploring you to take some action today and for the rest of your life. This file cabinet back there, whether it's 1954, 1968, 1972, 2000, when you had your back issue, remember that, Kathy? Oh, remember that, Kathy? Right. Oh, let's take it to this week. Remember what happened at the eye doctor, your eye doctor visit? Don't worry, Kathy. I'm going to take that file and I'm going to put it in here, and I'll remind you of that in 10 years from now so that you can't move forward in your life. How's that working for me? Not very good. So I say, thank you for sharing. Go back in your file cabinet. You have no power over me. With that, I'm going to say namaste. That the Christ presence in me truly sees the Christ in you, Adam Medley back there, Tom Sylvester, Kayleen, Sandy Malloy. This is our team that works so hard behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Christ presence in me, and Alicia Schlegel, you who are monitoring Facebook Live for us, sees and truly honors that Christ presence in each and every one of you. Namaste.